Hello everyone! Today I am just feeling like I want to do some bronzy, peachy makeup. At first I thought that I was going to do something that was super bronze, but then when I really asked myself what it is that I felt like wearing today, I have just been so into peachy colors right now. I think it's because we are in spring, moving into summer, and this is the time of year where I love wearing those kinds of colors, especially on my cheeks. Peachy blush, oh my god, all over it. Peachy lip colors, all over it. So today I really wanted to combine a bronzy look with something peachy because I think the peach just really brings out this brightness and lightness, and I love it. So I'm gonna be showing you how I did the look that I'm wearing right now. You guys know that I typically don't wear a ton of makeup if I decide to wear makeup that day, and all of the products that I have chosen are really natural and light, and it's all about using light layers that work together really well to create a subtly bronzy, peachy, glowy complexion. I'm just really happy with how this turned out, and I hope you like this tutorial. So let's get into it. Hello from my past self, aka the self with no makeup on. So I'm gonna start off with, Nars Eye Primer. You know, I would really love to use a different eye primer in my tutorials one day, but I just haven't found anything that works better than this one. So here we are once again. Next, I'm gonna be using the MAC Paint Pot in Indianwood, and this is a really beautiful gold color. I just always end up going back to the MAC Paint Pots because they have so many different colors. They're really easy to blend. You can layer them or you can wear them on their own. They're just awesome. Blend out the edges a little bit here. I'm not gonna worry about making it perfect. All right, now, what am I doing? The plan is that I'm winging it. So I just know that I'm doing a bronzy look, but I didn't have like everything all set up in advance, so I'm trying to decide what I want to use here. I'm going to use my trusty Tarte Toasted palette, and I'm going to use the color Simmer, which is down here. I wore this color recently and really like it because it's bronzy, but it has like a little bit of a peachy tone to it. It just makes it a little bit different and also brighter around the eyes. So I've done like bronzy looks in the past where it's a little bit more gold and brown focused, but this one I feel like I want it to lean on the peach side. I really love peachy tones, especially in the summertime, and I thought it would be cool to just try something out that combines my love of bronziness and my love of peachiness. For crease color, I'm going to be using Latte down here in the same palette. I love this palette in general because so many of the colors work really well together. You can also mix them. I've just found this to be one of the most versatile palettes I have. It's also the perfect size for traveling too. I definitely recommend this if you're somebody who's looking for something that's neutral but also leaning more on the warm side. I really feel like this is a perfect warm palette. As you can see, the crease color is just really subtle, and it just helps blend out the lid color. I'm gonna come in with a clean brush and mix s'more up here with the tiniest dab of Latte. And I'm gonna use this to blend out the very edge. I'm gonna come back to my eyes later, but for now, I'm going to start working on my face makeup. For my primer today, I'm going to be using Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. And you can see that I've definitely already used a significant chunk right there. I like to dot this in the center of my face, just like any other primer, and then I blend it out. And at first I was kind of on the fence when I started using this primer. I thought that it was the first Tatcha product that just really wasn't for me. But then I kept using it more and I started to notice a difference in my skin, especially when I let it sit. So a lot of times I'll actually wear this product without any makeup on the top, and I'll just use this because it does have a light blurring effect. I've noticed over time that it's actually been really good for my skin. It feels hydrating but light. I also feel like it's protecting my skin from gunk getting into it. So just you know, stuff that you encounter throughout the day, like pollution. Also, if you're wearing makeup on top of this, this helps prevent your makeup from sinking into your pores. It allows it to sit on top, and you don't really want your makeup to be like getting into your skin and clogging your pores. So this is a really great base, and I love how it looks on its own, but it definitely took me some time to recognize the benefits, because at first I was just like, oh, I don't know about this. And it wasn't until about 2 weeks into it that I started to notice a difference, and everything changed. Next, I'm using my new bae, which is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Perfector Blurring Skin Tint. This is broad spectrum SPF 25, and I wear the shade number 4. I love the Glossier skin tint, but oh my god, I think this is my new favorite, because this stuff is incredible. It definitely has more coverage than the Glossier skin tint, but it feels just as light. It also has SPF protection in it, which I really like as well. So I just dot this onto my face, then kind of spread it out a little bit. You don't need to use very much of this, which I also really like. And then I take my beauty blender and I blend it in. So this is great for people who like really light coverage. This is also buildable too, but I wouldn't say that you could get anything more than medium coverage, and that would be with, you know, a few layers of this stuff. So definitely expect sheer light coverage, but more coverage than the Glossier skin tint. But I love how it feels completely weightless on your skin. And I'm just gonna take a little dot and put it underneath my eyes here, just to help make it a little bit more even. And then I'm gonna be using these 2 samples. This is a new Tatcha product that is coming out. By the way, this is not sponsored by Tatcha. I am just using their product. This is a new product that I believe launches in May. It's called the Pearl, and these are little samples that I got when I was on a retreat with Tatcha in Malibu. They gave us samples for us to try, and I have been using this almost every day since, and I love it. So I mixed the 2 colors Moonlight and Soft Light, and I've never used anything quite like these before. So the Pearl is an eye treatment. It really is like an eye cream. It feels really similar to the Tatcha water cream, but in eye cream form. It has that silkiness to it. You can also feel the break that happens where it completely just kind of melts into your skin. The only difference is this has a tint to it. So it has luminosity to it. It also provides a little bit of coverage, but first and foremost, it is a skincare product. But I love how you're kind of getting this dual usage out of it. So I'm gonna mix these 2 together, and you'll see that you only need a tiny bit of this. I dip into the lighter color first, which is Moonlight, and I just get the tiniest drop of this. Then on my other finger, I dip into Soft Light, and then I just mix the 2 together like this. And then I put it right underneath my eyes. And the reason why let me wash my hands first and also close the lids, because they will definitely fall off my lap and my precious little samples will be gone. I have to say, it's always really exciting when I get to use something that I feel like is really innovative, and I have just never used anything like this before. I've used like tinted eye treatments, things that have brightening qualities in them, but nothing like this where you are getting this level of hydration. It really does feel like an eye cream, but then you're also getting a level of coverage and brightness out of it as well. So you can see as I pat it in, it immediately brightens your eye area. As a lot of you probably know from my tutorials, I don't like wearing heavy things underneath my eyes that will cake. I like super hydrating products. This allows me to really get the benefits of an eye cream combined with the benefits of a light concealer and brightener. It just makes your eye area look amazing. I've worn this all day, also at night as well, and there really is minimal creasing, and it's also providing hydration, which I love. So it's this amazing product that's doing more than one thing, and I love how hydrating and light it feels at the same time. And if you want, you could use this on other areas of your face as well. I saw Hey Claire use this. She like brought it down a little bit, used it on a different part of her face, and it looked great. So you're not just limited to using this underneath your eyes. Oh shoot, I didn't use this. Oh man. Can I put this on top? Maybe I can put this on top. Okay guys, I messed up. I meant to put this on first, but I'm gonna try and put it on top and see what happens. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion in the color Medium Glow. Kind of nervous about this because I just spent time making this look nice. And now I might be messing it up, but this is a really subtle illuminator that also has a little bit of bronziness in it, but it's nothing too crazy. So I'm just gonna add this to my face all over. This adds a little bit of luminosity, and you could build this up and get more color out of it, but I don't really want too much. I like this Glotion as well because it's super light. So you could wear this without any kind of face makeup on if you just want a really subtle glow. It comes in different shades and they all look a little bit different, so you can really choose what you want. If you want something that's a little bit more bronzy, or if you want something that has more of an iridescent glow to it. I really like how that looks. And also good to know through my little mistake that you can also use it on top of makeup that you're already wearing. There's a leaf blower in the background that I just can't control, so we're just gonna keep moving forward. For setting spray, I'm using Quick Fix from Urban Decay. This has coconut water and niacinamide in it, and this is an Eileen everyday recommendation. And I'm about to spray it all over my face. I've really been liking this because one, it smells like summer. It smells like a light coconut beachy scent. And two, I feel like it's the perfect balance between De-Slick and the Smashbox Hydrating Primer Water, which is really, really hydrating. This is really a middle of the road choice for me when I want something that's gonna help keep my makeup in place, but I don't need something quite as hydrating as the Smashbox Primer Water. I still have so much of my Glossier Wowder left. I am just wowed at how much Wowder is still here. I am probably gonna have this for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna use just a tiny bit of my Wowder. I think this is also another reason why it's lasting so long. I don't need a ton of this whenever I use it. And I'm just going to put this all over my face to set everything. A little extra on my eyebrows because I feel like that helps me when I fill in my brows. Just helps the pencil grip a little bit more. Now I'm gonna fill in my brows with my Surratt brow pencil in Raven, and then I'm gonna be using Glossier Boy Brow on top of that. But I'm gonna do it off camera because it's just really difficult to do my brows on camera. It takes me so much longer, so I'm gonna get up and do my brows close to a mirror like I normally do. And now I have brows. You know, I'm contemplating doing something on my lower lash line, but then at the same time, I don't always love it. So I'm at this point where I'm really on the fence about this decision and I'm not sure what to do. And by the time you guys see this, you can't help me decide. So I really have to make this decision right now. I'm gonna live on the edge and do my lower lash line. So I'm gonna use MAC's Indianwood and an angled brush like this, and I'm gonna dip it into Indianwood a little bit and then bring it down on my lower lash line. And I'm not gonna do too much, just a little bit. I'm reading this book right now that I'm really obsessed with. I just can't stop reading it, and it's so different from things that I normally read. For some reason, I've been going through this phase of really loving suburban mystery novels. And that's typically not what I read, but it's just really nice to explore this genre. It's called The Husband's Secret, and it's written by the author that wrote Big Little Lies. I'm switching brushes, by the way, just to something a little bit softer so I can blend this out. So it takes place in Australia, and it's about a woman who discovers this letter that her husband has written her, and it says, "To Cecilia, my wife, to be opened only upon my death." And she finds that while he's still alive. I am at the point where she is about to read the letter, and it says in the summary of the book, this isn't a spoiler, that she reads the letter. Part of the summary of the story is that this letter has a ripple effect in life, and I'm just really interested to see what is gonna happen. I am on the edge of my seat, I gotta say. And I really love how the story ties in different character lines and then slowly brings them together. It's so good. I bought this book at an airport because I wanted just like a nice summer read. And now I am a huge fan of this author and this genre. So if you have read any of her other books aside from Big Little Lies, let me know which one I should read next, because I just feel like I'm gotta read another one after this one. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes here. This is the Surratt eyelash curler. For mascara, I'm going to be using CoverGirl's Peacock Flare. This is the waterproof formula. I have really been liking this mascara, but I will say that this is definitely, for me, not a volumizing mascara. This is something that really separates my lashes. It fans them out. You can kind of see here on the edge. It makes those outer lashes more visible and separates and lifts your lashes, but there's not a ton of volume that's happening. And typically I want volume, but I actually really like this. I do like that flared out look. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of color to my cheeks, and I have been loving this NARSissist blush palette. I also have another one. I showed this on my Insta stories when they came in. I don't typically do a ton of unboxing stuff on my stories. I only will show things that I think are really cool and interesting. This is the Wanted To cheek palette, and I have been all about ambition in this palette. If you've been watching my videos for a while, then you may remember that once upon a time I loved Nars Gina blush, and they no longer make that color anymore, at least not that I'm aware of, but Gina was this really beautiful peachy color, like it was a true peach. And at that time there really weren't a lot of colors that were like that, and I just loved how it looked. But now with Ambition, this is something that is fairly similar. It's a little bit darker than Gina, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's very similar. It kind of gives the same peachy glow effect. So like many NARS blushes, a little bit of this goes a long way. I love this, especially for this time of year. I think because Ambition is a little bit darker and a little bit more vibrant than Gina was, I think this is a color that actually works better on a wider range of skin tones. So this is something that would show up on more skin tones and wouldn't look chalky. Every time I put this blush on, I'm just so happy. I love peachy colors like this. They just make me happy. So I have the peachy layers that I want, and now I'm going to start bronzing more. I'm gonna be using Guerlain's Terracotta Light, and this is a bronzer that has some peachy pink mixed into it. It has a little bit of shimmer to it too. So this is actually just a really light bronze. It's not something that is super noticeable, but there's definitely a hint of color there. I don't want to be like glittery or super shimmery. I just want a nice layered glow. This is something that works really well with that Glotion. It's very subtle like that. And then I'll come in with a darker bronzer and layer that on top. But this just sets a nice base, I think. If you can't find Guerlain products because they can be a little bit more difficult to find, the Laura Mercier Bronze No. 2 Matte Radiance Baked Powder is really great. It really provides this beautiful natural looking glow, and it isn't something that's super shimmery either. The Bobbi Brown Natural Bronzer is one of my all-time favorites. It doesn't have any shimmer in it at all. You can use it in various ways. You could use it as a contour, you can use it as a traditional bronzer. You can see that I'm starting to hit pan on this one, but I'm gonna start by just kind of dusting the outer edges of my face with this. So getting right into my hairline here, because this is where the sun will hit me when I'm actually out in the sun. I always get the sun hitting me right here first. I like to get my ears to blend it in. I bring it down. And this is all meant to be really subtle. So I'm not going for anything that's like a super tanned look or anything. I'm really just doing light layers here that build on top of each other and all work together. Then I like to bring this down onto my neck. Since I have a top that's exposing my shoulders today, bring it down here. just so it all blends a little bit more. I actually want a little bit of highlighter, but I don't want something that's going to disrupt the makeup that I already have in place. So I'm gonna use the First Aid Beauty Mango Butter Multi-Stick. This is the champagne color. I've talked about this quite a bit because I love it. And I think it's a great product that you can use on top of powder that won't disrupt anything underneath. I love how it gives you a glow, but it's not something super shimmery. This is a last minute decision, but I'm gonna use my RMS Living Luminizer, and I'm just gonna dab in here ever so softly and just tap it right in the inner corners. I don't want anything too bright, but I just want to illuminate those inner corners a little bit. You know, winging it sometimes works out the way you want it when you're just listening to what you want to do today. What I've noticed is when I enter my makeup or beauty space and I ask myself what it is I really want that day, and I listen to it and I honor it, it makes me so happy when I look in the mirror. Whether it's a day where I decide I really don't want to wear makeup today, I feel so good stepping into that space and honoring that. And a day like today when I am like, oh, I'm feeling like a peachy bronze vibe today, but I don't know exactly what it is I want to use. Along the way, I figure out what it is I want to use. I listen to myself, try some different things out, make a couple mistakes. They ended up working themselves out, and now I'm really happy. I'm gonna layer things up a little bit. So I'm gonna start off with Tom Ford First Time. I don't know when this lipstick container got so beat up, but the other day I just looked at this and I was like, oh my God, when did that happen? It's a loved product. It's been through a lot. First Time is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks because it's just the perfect peachy nude. I've used this so many times. Then over the top, I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Sweet Peach Lip Gloss in Poppin' Peach. And this is a very orangey peach color. So we're sticking with that theme. And I love this on top of the Tom Ford lipstick because it really makes it a lot more peachy. Plus these Too Faced lip glosses, I've used them a lot in tutorials. They're just so good because you get great color out of them, but they're also really hydrating too. So this is the finished look, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I also kind of like how this looks with the headband too. Maybe the purple doesn't go so well with the peach, but I just like the whole headband vibe in general. Oh, I have a little mascara dot up here. So that is gonna be it for my tutorial today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that even if you don't end up wearing this exact same look with the exact same products, that this makes you excited for warmer weather and for spring and summer. I know it's making me really excited and happy today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos coming your way. I will see you guys next time. Bye.